Coach Maxwell, I know your name.
So now, real quick, I just want to do some housekeeping real quick, some housekeeping notes real fast for all the people that signed. Hard work, dedication, you got to get it done.
So, the Honorable Lamont Jones, please. Also, the efforts of the Honorable Danielle Bowers, who was a AXO local gold medalist in the AXO program and national contestant. And we want to thank them, the other members of City Council, all those that have come together today on this very court that one of our own Harrisburg world personalities, the great Harlem Globetrotter, Chris Franklin, dedicated some years ago. So I'm very proud to be asked to give some remarks along with them, along with DJ Bates over there. DJ who is doing great things at the Nativity School and providing a real role model for black men. And DJ, you know, they say, you know, when you're doing good, everyone wants to jump on your bandwagon. They say that success has 1,000 fathers. So how you doing, son? I'm doing good. So this is a real day for this community that's not to be forgotten. You know, I'm not from Harrisburg. I'm from the Bronx, New York. When I hit Harrisburg in 1972, talking about peace, talking about kinetic knowledge, I was rejected by the community. I wasn't accepted at all. But how I gained graduate acceptance was through my relationship with Des Mangus on and off the court and our establishment of the Eugenia program. And it was Des in those early meetings, group meetings, that when we were putting together Eugenia, who stood firmly in my corner and insisted that the suggestion I made that it be named Eugenia, a Swahili word that means collective work and responsibility. It's through him that we got that name to stick. And the rest is history. The rest is history. But Des Mangus was the individual when we were up right here in this park running the Eugene program who's responsible for drawing all those kids and their parents. You see, Des has that Piper vibration. He's a true leader, a person that you just want to be a part of whatever he's doing. And wherever he's headed, you want to go. Why? Because you know that wherever Des is headed, it's not about Des. It's about the community. It's about our kids. It's about the program. It's about who this thing was intended for. That's a rarity. That's a rarity. So I get to speak because I'm, again, attached in my wake, his wake. I want to thank, like the organizers of this program. Des Mangus is a role model to so many of you here, so many. Now I'm seeing coaches of high school basketball, I'm seeing folk that are principals in high school, but just to name just a few of our personalities. You know, we have Sean Lewis, who found it hard to guard, following this man's example. You have Brian Majors, who founded major preparations, or major prep. And of course, you have Micah Davenport, who found dribbles from within basketball. Now, I've only been alive a couple of seconds, because if I go through the whole crowd and I'm looking at, I say 3 generations deep in Eugene, I'll be here the rest of the day. But let me tell you, I'm so thankful to have been made part of this. I'm thankful because, or one of the reasons I'm thankful for, is that, you know, as I stride up this Mangus Way with my grandchildren, or with anyone who will listen to me, I can truthfully say that was my point guard. That was my and is my good friend. That's my brother from another mother. So let me just say this. Thank you, Des. Thank you, Dr. Des Mangus, for all you've done for this community and continue to do for this community. And one last thing, because you politicians know I'm not a politician, I'm long-winded. But I'll say this one thing. You know, this event, we're going to celebrate it, we're going to look at it, and some of us are going to dwell on it. Some are going to think about being part of this. But this man, right after it's over, he's going to digest it. He's going to keep on stepping and going back to doing what he's been doing to be a role model for all of us. So on behalf of all of us, Des, thank you so much. On behalf of the community, but most of all, on behalf of myself. So I leave you as I greeted you. In the name of those that came before me, those here with me, those yet to come. Peace.
All right, thank you, man. So we got 2 more speakers, one more and then Des, and then we can get this thing going. So right now, again, I want to bring up a close friend of mine. Came through the trenches together. I'm so proud of him and what he's accomplished and the things that he's doing today. And again, through guidance by guys like Kava Brunson and Destry Mangus. And there's a plethora of other gentlemen that have been a guide for us. But at this moment, I want to give him an opportunity to thank Des. Damon, DJ, Babe. Come on, Dove. Hey, man.
Well, Kava talked enough for me, so thank you. Now, I just want to give Des his flowers while he was here. You know, Des took me off of a bike riding down the hill onto Walnut with no brakes, and I remember him saying to me, if you got enough heart to ride down this hill in front of cars, you can play basketball. And I never looked back from then. But I also remember all the miles that he took traveling to Philly, taking us to college, playing college kids, the Ujima League, 16 and under. And I look around, I see Damon, Angel, Yana Penn, Sabo, just to name a few, Bar, and all the wars we had in the community center. And Des is just a father figure to me. You know, I don't even call him Des, I'm just saying it now, but when I speak to him, I call him my pops, because he's a father figure to me. He'll be my pops until I leave this earth. So I'm just glad that we're here honoring him and Kava, because they took a lot of us off the streets and we could have been doing worse. Even in my dark days, when I did get in trouble, I always got a letter from Des telling me he couldn't wait for me to come home to do what's right. So just to be standing here to see him get his flowers, it's a blessing. I love you, Pops, and I'm here whenever you call. Lamont Jones.
I also want to recognize Councilwoman Jocelyn Rawls. She's done a lot of work on this as well, making phone calls. I know I was getting on her nerves, but she definitely made sure she came through, so I want to recognize her. Can y'all give her a round of applause, please? Now, last but not least, the man of the hour, of the century. He's almost 100 too, y'all. Of the century. We're going to bring up, man, Coach Des, man, Destry E. Mangus!
Thank y'all. I'm really blessed that all of y'all are here to honor myself. But I want to start out with recognizing my family that's over there. My mother wanted to come, but she couldn't make it. She's 91 years old, still here. She was the one that raised me. My father, he was, nowhere around to throw a basketball, football, baseball. So my mother, I give all the credit to her. She brung me up, and I thought she did a good job. There was 7 of us. There was 7 brothers and sisters. My older 3 brothers, they were out in the street. My mom couldn't pull them in, but me and my younger brother, she pulled in, and my 2 sisters that are back here, Vi and Wanda, she pulled in, didn't let us go out on the street. She made us come home at 7 o'clock every day, or before the lights went out, we had to be home. And that saved my life. I'd have been out in the streets just like my brothers. And my mother said, if you go to jail, I'm gonna write you 1 letter and send you $10. And that's it, because she didn't have time. She didn't have time. She had other kids. She didn't have time. So if you got in trouble, I'm writing you 1 letter, give you $10. That's it. That's just true. Another thing, my family behind me, my son, Diane, Wanda, Ted, Vi, Jay, my nephew. If all of them was here, it'd be full. It'd be full over here. But this is where it all started. And another thing, we wouldn't be here doing this without all you guys. The 50-year-olders over here. It started with them. It started with them. It started with them. I learned from those guys. That was a different time. In the 80s, it was a different time, period. I'm telling you why I learned off of them, man. I mean, these dudes was way tougher than you younger guys right now. Way tougher. Man, the streets was loaded. And here we had to deal with these guys every day up here. But they came. They didn't miss no practices up here or anything. They didn't miss no games. If you said they had a game, they'd be here. No missing, no nothing. Yeah, after the game, they might do what they do, but they didn't miss anything. And I learned from them. I learned their slang. I talked to them. And there's one guy that's not here. I don't think he's here. Boot Sampson. His mom came up the reservoir and said, Des, I need help. I need help with my son. So I had to take him under the wing. I mean, I did the best I could with Boots. You know what I mean? And the rest was history, and she thanked me. He got older, he doing his thing or whatever, but it's just like all our kids. We do the best we can with our kids. Sometimes they go left. They go left, bam. Ain't nothing you can do. Ain't nothing you can do. But when they come back, they will remember what you taught them. And one thing I liked about the 50s, man, I liked about those guys. Those guys had, man, I don't care how tough they were, they had manners. They didn't disrespect their elders. They did not disrespect their elders. And that's why me, Cobb, and them had a chance to work with them. It wasn't, you know, they was calling us Mr. or Sir. I mean, they had, their parents taught them well. It wasn't their parents' fault that someone went left or right. But I enjoyed my time working with those guys, man, seriously. And I did enjoy working with, you know, the people from then all the way up. Because those guys had Will, Andre Cooper, Dave Archer, and them. Them guys were the arrowheads. So they learned from them. So I'm not going to sit here and talk as long as Kava, but because I want the basketball to begin. But I really, really appreciate you guys. The last time I was here, I made all the people I had in contact with, I made them come behind me, and we all took a big picture. But we can do it. We can do it later on because we want these kids to play. But I'm glad you kids are here listening to this, man. This is knowledge, man. If this didn't sink in today, man, with y'all, something's wrong with y'all. Something is really wrong with y'all, man. This is like history. And they said my name 100 times, but I'm telling you, you guys is all our journey. Everybody's up here is part of my journey. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here right now. Okay, I'd like to thank Mont and Bowers and City Council for having this, putting this on. This is great. I mean, I'm lost for words. So, till next year, okay, let's enjoy ourselves.
As they're getting that photo, right, I want everybody's attention to turn to this corner right here where you see this young man, this 20-year-old up on the ladder. And once they take their picture, we're going to walk his family over, and we're going to have the unveiling of Destry E. Mangus Way.
Thank you.
I'm going to let Councilwoman Ross count that down.
Everybody help me?
Three blocks down is where it all started. Corner.
Right.
There is another sign at the beginning.
Take them all.
So it's going to let everybody remember. My phone is too hot. Thank you.